Well, NPR is just talking about it on every broadcast station. There was three shows that I listened to while driving over here, and every single one was a Wicked review. So now I was planning on seeing it, and now I'm definitely seeing it. Hi, how are you? See you. I know, I've been loving seeing all your travel adventures. You back for the holidays? You back for time? Nice. Okay, we'll start in a minute, y'all. Well, technically 3 minutes while I get everything set up. We'll use, it looks like everyone has everything. Afternoon, so you can grab some therapy balls, blocks, and a strap. And all this stuff I can also bring over to you as we start practicing. Temperature feel okay? Warm enough to start? Okay. We had training this weekend, and you would think that I would get better at the lights, and I'm still scared of them. So I'll see if it needs to turn the lights on as we start to practice, but hopefully it's okay to start. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Hi, friend. How you doing? I'm good. I think almost everyone is here. There should be plenty of room for each of us to squeeze in, but you might move an inch or two to the right or left. Oh, nice. Pop on over. I feel like I see so many of you guys on socials that I'm like, I see where you've been and all that you've been up to, and now in the flesh. um, there's still a few moments, but before we get started, it's the week of Thanksgiving, came upon us very quickly. The scheduling announcement that I have is just this Thursday on the actual day of Thanksgiving. There's only one class that's happening, and I believe it's at 9:30. You all to see if anyone knows the early class, and Mariel will be teaching it. And hybrid, and if you're in town or doing a turkey trot in the morning, if that's what people are doing, I've been seeing some flyers, and there's a few that are being do a little yoga before or afterwards. I think that's it schedule-wise. Oh, it's actually this Saturday, this coming Saturday, there's a big holiday market that's happening here, downstairs and upstairs, and Monique did the training a couple of years ago and is a yoga teacher, among many other things, started this company called Let Me Know Club. They're active on social, and they are, she does like pop-up markets and pop-up events, all organized around community building and friendship finding. So pottery class or collage, and she's organized a holiday market, different vendors and artists from the Philly area right here on Saturday. I think it's from 1 to 4 or 1 to 5. So you should come check it out. And then the last announcement, and then we'll start practicing yoga in a moment, is that I didn't realize it was coming up so soon, Saturday, but next Saturday, December, Philly. It's the 5th annual King Sessing Quilt Show, where it's on 50th or 51st and this year. It's fun. It's just bring your own. They kind of clip them up onto the tennis. Unbelievable. that are new. You get to see quilts that are generational. And it's from 1 to 4, and I'll announce it next week. So if you're looking for something to do in the middle of the day and be outside and come see a bonkers quilt that I made with my dog, you're more than welcome to come by in West Philly. All right, I think that's it. And then we'll get to some other stuff as we start practicing. But good to see you all. There's just a few new faces to me, or it's been some time, but a lot of you guys I know. My name is Anisha. Thanks for any requests this afternoon? Any things that your body needs? Poses, body parts, regions that need itch or not? Okay. Shoulders and back. Shoulder blades. Ooh, yeah. Every time you guys do it, what are they feeling like in my body? Do I have shoulder blades? Yes. Shoulder blades, hips, the trunk. We'll see how all that. All right. Well, so many things to say, but let's get started and we'll start to practice. Hi, come on in. Welcome. Let's give yourself a moment to find a comfortable seat. You are more than welcome to start fully lying down on the floor if you'd like. You're crossed, you might be seated up on your knees. If you are in a seat, you might see what it feels like to just sit up on the edge of your blanket, on your block, just so your hips naturally fall higher than your knees, and your low back can really lift and lengthen. And as your hands fall anywhere they fall, into your lap or to the tops of your thighs, let your so you can really listen for your breath. When you close your eyes, it's a moment to turn towards the darkness. That expansive, generative, cooling darkness behind the lids of your gentle flashes or spots of color or any familiar patterns or shapes that you've seen throughout your but here through the darkness, and for that quiet bed of your breath, self into every corner of your being. Your next inhale might move from the belly and up into your heart. More breaths. Inhale moves in and wide to fill through. Let's begin. Give yourself a moment to draw your hands to center where that feels for you, somewhere on your body. Self-reverence. Wait for your inhale as it fills you up completely. Exhale to offer breath out. Your breath, pause, take of essence when you listen for and really remember your breath. And as you keep that connection, and come forward to tabletop this afternoon to start your breath and movement together. Blocks framing out the top corners of your mat. Perhaps you use them as we start to move around. But in your tabletop, let your hands come as wide as your mat if they're not already. Take up a little extra room. Spread your fingers, curl your toes under, back behind you. And if you haven't started already, begin. Let's take 5 cycles of breath here together just on your own. Really feeling not just how it moves on its own, but how your breath can really harmonize to create even a drop more space than before. For these next few rounds, you might stay in the rounded or arched shape for a few extra breaths. You might even forward and back, your hips towards your heels. But as you find your next exhale, come back to find your neutral spine. Watch for any friends behind you. Let's come in. Stretch, reach your right leg back, pull your right toes under, and reach back through your right heel to notice what you feel in the back of your right leg. Sometimes it feels more supportive to stay still. You might gently rock your heel forward and back. But as your heel moves to the back of the room, can you slide the bottom of your heart forward to grow long in every direction? A few breaths on this first side. Bend your right knee, reach back. And notice what you feel on side 2. Stay still or moves. Offer it to your breath. Take a deeper breath in. And as you exhale forward, grow longer. Back to table. Find your neutral spine. Hands a handprint forward of your shoulders. Back. And with your toes curled under, take it up and back to downward facing dog. All the breaths and all you need to find your way there. In this first down dog of class, bring your feet an inch wider than they already are. Give yourself a drop more room between your feet. And now lift both of your heels, soften your knees, and stick your butt up and back towards the wall behind you. Feel that curve in and through your low back. Keep the right knee bent and heel to the ground and notice what you feel in the back. Now soften your left knee high to the sky, pedal heel down as you know that right leg in through and all the way out through your nose or mouth. At the bottom of your breath, lift your heels, peek forward, and 1 foot at a time begin up towards your hands to come into your forward fold. Those blocks are right there. If your hands could come on or can rise to meet you where you are. You might inch or two or soften your knees in the circle, go back and your hips room. But bow in toward taking a longer breath in. Now climb your hands up onto your hips, stand down through your legs, and a big inhale brings you all the way up to rise as your hands float down by your side. Right your hips, take an inhale to reach the sky. Soften your knees, hinge at your hips and fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway, hands to your shins, blood forward. And on your exhale, fold. And step it back to plank pose, the top of your push-up. Whether your knees are lifted, whether you tap your knees to the ground behind your hips, feel your palms on the ground. And now push through your palms, feel the shoulder blades widen on your upper back. Or puppy pose for 3 slow, steady breaths. Move from to fill your belly and chest. And as you exhale, press down and forward through your hands to lift your hips up and back towards the wall behind you. Take another breath in through the nose. Every of you. At the bottom of your exhale, lift your heels, soften your knees, peek forward, and come forward, feet to your hands, into your standing forward fold. Inhale to lengthen you halfway. Let the balls of your feet be as your heels. And exhale to fold, bowing in towards yourself. Bring your feet about 2 fists width apart. And as you bend your knees, sit your butt back, climb your palms up onto your thighs for this round pose. In your chair, let your butt get heavy to the back of your mat. And now make an X with your forearms. Cross your favorite arm on top. And come to your inner thigh, hips face down. Your skin to your muscle to your bone. Pull the muscle of your inner thighs down towards the earth. Out. Press into your legs to lift your chin. Keep the memory of your hands and your inner thighs to the sky. Asana. Take a full in and down. Stay for the exhale. Heavy to the back of your mat as you lift your chest over. On an inch taller, bowing in. Step your left foot all the way back to onto your blocks or fingertips on either side of your right foot. Wiggle your left toes back just another inch so you get longer. Lift your chest, grow long through the spine, and exhale to fold as you straighten your right leg. Let's go through that 2 more times. Bend your knee apart. And as you exhale, fold and straighten your right knee. 1 more. As you find your way to lunge, and on your exhale, fold. Now once moment, can you lift your left heel higher away from the ground? That's the back foot. And as you push through left hip to the front of the room and tack your right hip to the back of your mat. See if the sensation shifts to the back of the thigh. Now, as much as your hips can stay steady, maybe your left heel gets heavier to the foot to lift your right toes up off the ground. But take might soften your elbow, bow in towards that straight. The foot, look forward and take all the hops you need. Heart, and exhale to fold yourself. 1 more time. Fists width apart, bend your knees, sit your butt back, and your palm your thigh. Cross that other awkward arm on top. Bring your hands to your inner thighs. Muscle your muscle to your bone and roll the inner thighs towards the earth as your butt sticks back. Now lift up through the chest. Stay right here for the last few breaths. Sweep your overhead. A full breath in and down. Stay for the exhale. Think inner thighs towards the earth. You lift your chest and your gaze away from the floor. Big breath in to come up to rise. Reach up, touch the. You exhale, fold in towards yourself. Keep that left foot forward. Step your right foot back to catch your lunge. And with your hands on your blocks or fingertips, squeegee, drop long. Now follow your breath. Inhale, heart, stay in that lunge. And as you exhale, fold, begin to straighten the leg. Twice more with your breath. As you exhale, fold, and let your left leg. Then as you grow through your spine, as you exhale, that left Now in this modified pyramid pose, can you right heel higher away from the earth, little in space as you wrap your hip to the front of your mat and tack your left hip back. See where the sensation travels to in the back of that left leg. Here breathing. If you do one, that right heel might get heavier to the back of. You might press down to flex your left foot and float your left toe. But a deeper breath in, longer breath, bow in towards that left as you unclench your fingers around the blocks or around the floor. Good. On all the way to your left knee, plant your palms onto your and step it back to downward facing dog. Pedal the heels, notice any difference and see. And now with as wide as your mat, inhale through to plank pose. Wait for the exhale to lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. And on your exhale, take it up back to a full breath in and a longer breath out, nose or mouth. From up and back, step your right foot around. Breath as you come up to rise, your arms, your chest, and your fingertips to the sky. Good. You might right foot an inch or two over to the right so your feet are less on a balance beam. But like you did in that pyramid pose, can you lift your back heel, knee, and thigh high? Tap your leg in front of your mat and tack your tail as you into your right thigh, is lifting to the sky. Bring your hands to your hips. Tap your back knee, get springy. Lower. Sit your butt all the way back into your chair. Lean into your left foot, heel. Or cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Your best to flex that right foot to help support your knee. And as you listen once again for your breath, take a deep breath in and down. Stay for the exhale, heavy to the back of your heart away from the earth. On an inhale, come all the way. One more time, lower your feet to the floor. And now grab onto your right wrist with your left hand. Grow 1 inch tall. Let your butt sway off center over to the right. And as you tip to the left, think ribs back. Slide your ears back to lift your chin. Let there be space for breath to come through. And then maybe bring your arms back in line with your ears. On an inhale, come all the way up through center. Reach up to touch the sky. And as you exhale, fold, bowing in towards yourself. Plant your palms to the top of your mat. Step your feet all the way back to bring it back to downward facing dog. A few more times together on your own. Big inhale through to plank pose. As you Chaturanga Dandasana. Drink in that breath, cobra. Press the feet down as you lift. And on your exhale, get up to downward facing dog. Last side, lift the left leg to the sky. Step your left foot through or around to catch your lunge. Toe your left foot an inch to the left here. And as you then come all the way up to rise for seconds. Let your right heel lift away from the earth. And as you push through your right foot, try to wrap your right hip. Stretch fingertips, a big breath in. Stay for the bend into your left thigh as your lifts to the ceiling. Now tiny bend in your get springy. Take hops you need. pigeon or standing figure 4, cross your left ankle over. Let your hands go anywhere to steady your balance. But as you call yourself back to your breath, take in and down. Stay for as you lift your gaze away from the floor. Now inhale. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. Grow 1 inch taller and up and over to the right. Let your hips lean off center over to the left. You stand through your left foot, reach up and out through the left waist, the left shoulder, and through the fingertips. And then slide. Big breath in and a deeper breath. Back up, reach up to touch the sky. And as you exhale, fold, bowing in towards yourself. Plant those palms to the top of your mat. Walk your feet all the way back for downward facing dog. And now all the way down onto your belly. Once alongside of you, flip your palms to the floor. We'll lift up to locust pose in a moment. Let your forehead or your chin tap the earth. Feel your legs back in space. And now without moving, one energetic pillar. Hug your shoulder blades towards each other. As you breathe in, lift your head, lift your chest, float your palms up. Legs lift up and away from the ground. As you lift to take flight, try to close or soften your eyes and really listen for your breath. Each inhale, think inner thighs towards each other, together, and lift your palms one breath in. And with your hands, you might rest on one of your every exhale, feel yourself soft into the earth. You'll sip some water, take a breath or two. It's on the thighs, a blanket, or padding, you can find it. But from your tabletop, come onto your hands and your knees. So from tabletop, let's come to that lizard lunge. Slide your right hand. And now look down your body, because we started from your left hip might be right above your left knee. If it is, to the earth. Block or one hand at a time. Start to walk your left corner of your mat. Your left foot. Start to bend your left knee. Draw your towards your left butt. Right hand around for the top of your foot. Strap or even this base of your pant leg to come in for the thigh. There's an entire of you stay and breathe. Or with steadiness, your right hand back to the inside of your right foot. You might play with some balance and climb your right thigh. You might bring your right hand to your chest or even reach it around to hug for Anasana, leaping monkey. Take a deep breath down and wide. Stay. Can you lift your heart? Try to look away from. Now slowly let your right hand touch down first, then release your back foot. Take it all to and notice the difference from side to side. You might stay still. You might take a breath or two in cat and cow. what it is that you feel from one leg and one side to the other. And let's go. So from your table, step your left foot to the your back is knee, and your right hip. And now with your hands on the ground, right corner of your mat. Hands over to the right. We're just trying to shorten the distance between your hands. So as you look over your right shoulder, begin to bend your right knee. Keep your left hand connected and let your right hand reach around for the top of your foot. You might lasso that or grab onto the pant leg. Breathe in and out through the nose or mouth. Stay here. Variations to play in. You might walk the left. You might climb it up onto your thigh, bring it to your chest, or wrap it around to grab onto the right. Deep breath in, down, in. Stay for the exhale. Think bottom ribs back. Now with care, let your left hand come down first, then downward facing dog. Take all the breaths and all the time you need to find your way there. Pedal those heels, a breath or two to notice any difference you feel and see. From down dog, walk your feet to come as wide as your mat. A tiny bend in your knees, and now one hand at a time, start to walk your palms back towards your feet so you fold somewhere at the back-ish of your mat. Let those knees be soft. Let your head be heavy. Your hands might touch the floor in front of your feet. You might grab opposite elbows as you bow in, but take a deeper breath in through the nose and a longer breath out through your nose or mouth. Now hands climb up onto your hips, stand through your legs, and a big come all the way to rise as you release your hands by yourself. Hands are on. Drink water, pace yourself, and let's get into the shoulders a little bit more. So find your strap and pull it, from its rubber band. And now this isn't technically a yoga pose, but there was the shoulder and shoulder blade request. We'll get into it and then add a shoulder stretch on. So if you're really close to your stagger slightly one at a time, but come on your mat with your feet as wide as your mat. And now bring your strap wider than your hips. Like give your hands a lot of space on this. Now, as you inhale, reach up towards the sky. You might give yourself more slack on the strap as your hands come back behind you. And now we do that a few on your own. Inhale to reach up, long down. And as you do that times, you might notice there's a place in the range where you want to stay in for a breath or two, or one shoulder and one chest feels different. But as you continue one more round, see if you can just release and pulling fingers around the strap. Let the fingers be light. Good. Now the next time, forward towards the front of you, release the between your hands at your low back. Here, bring your feet to come as wide as your mat. Hold the strap between your low back. And now hug your shoulder blades towards each other like you did in locust. Tiny bend in your knees, stay standing, and as you breathe in, reach your arms off of your tush towards the back of the room. Part of you is connected else when the arms go forward, sometimes the chest and head go forward. Hug the shoulder blades together, slide the sides of your back, and as you gently tug your strap apart, maybe your arms reach up one more inch. A big breath in. As you exhale, soften your knees and start to hinge at your hips as you bow in, reaching your arms to the sky. Tiny bend in your knees, a tiny bend in your elbows so that those don't lock. And as you create some resistance, try to tug your strap apart to hug the shoulder blades together and breathe into the front of your chest. A big breath in. Stay for the exhale. Whew. And then release to your tush. Ditch your strap off to the side. We'll use it again later. And one palm at a time, slow and steady. Yourself back forward to downward facing dog. Let your feet come under your hips. Let your hands be as wide as your mat as you take a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. Now from that down dog, lift your right leg up and back. Step your right foot through or around to catch your lunge. Pivot your hands and feet over to the left and come into your wide-legged forward fold facing the long edge of your mat. As you turn to face, and now your feet, hug your thighs engage. A big breath in. Exhale, let the elbows soften as you bow in, letting your head. Now head heavy as you slowly turn your right knee and catch your lunge. You have your hands come high up onto blocks out on either side of your right foot. And as you look forward, start to walk your blocks a footprint forward of your feet. Lean into your blocks for supported warrior 3. Lift your left foot up off the ground. You might even walk your blocks a centimeter further forward so they're under your shoulders. Flex your left foot, straighten your left leg. And as you hug your left foot an inch to the right, reach back through your left heel, press into your blocks and slide your heart and chest forward to grow long. A deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. And now soften your right standing knee to tap your left foot back to lunge. Plant your palms down onto the floor. Not quite done yet. An option to come into pigeon pose. You might heel toe your right foot over to the left side of your mat and lower your right knee and shin down. If for any reason pigeon doesn't feel supportive on the knee or on the hip, you come lizard lunge that we did a while ago in the thigh stretch. Your right foot comes to the outside of your right hand. But here in your pigeon, feel your left knee on the ground. Hug your left knee forward and try to wrap your right knee back. Stay here or into that space. You might walk your left knee back another inch. It's almost with each breath, there's something different. Each inhale, the knees hug in towards center to create this container. And then into that, as you exhale, you might walk your left knee back and notice if that shifts any sensation in your outer right hip. A full breath in. Stay for the exhale. Try to unclench your fingers, your jaw, and the space between your eyebrows. Good. On your next breath, if you haven't already, lower your forearms down onto the earth. Interlace your fingers, bring the webbing of your hands together, and now look at those wrists as you curl your left toes under, lift your left knee and thigh high up off the floor, and slide your right leg back to meet your left for forearm plank. Again, whether the knees are lifted, whether you're tapping your knees to the ground behind your hips, feel your legs and hug them to center as if they could become one energetic pillar. Now reach your tail towards your heels. Slide the bottom of your heart forward as you take a big breath in and a deeper breath out through every direction of you. Take one more full breath in through the nose. Stay for the exhale. And now lower the knees, lower your chest, lower your belly. You can take a few breaths in the pillow with your hands. You might take a few breaths in child's pose. But give yourself a moment to call yourself back to your breath. In through the nose and all the way out through your nose or mouth. If you're on one of your palms or cheeks, you might switch which palm or cheek is on top as you take one more full belly breath in. A deeper breath out in every direction. Okay, we got one more side to do. So hands come to either side of your chest. Curl your toes. Press yourself up through to table or plank. And on an exhale, up and back to downward facing dog. One more side. A deeper breath in and a longer breath out. From your down dog, float your left leg to the sky. Step it through or around to catch the lunge. And now pivot your hands and feet over to the right for that wide-legged forward fold. One more time. Especially if you know the knees lock out, take a tiny bend in your knees. You might not see it, but you'll be able to feel it. And now with each inhalation, hug your legs towards center. Let the inner steady and stabilize you. With each exhale, the elbows might soften as you bow in towards yourself. Each inhale, think legs hug to center. Every exhale, your heart gets heavier to the earth. Now, as you let your head stay heavy, turn your left knee and toes to catch your lunge. Bring your hands high up onto those on either side of your left foot. Your hands, a handprint for left foot. Lean into your blocks to lift your right leg up off the ground, Virabhadrasana 3 with support. You might walk your blocks an inch further forward so they're right under your shoulders. And here, as you turn your right hip and toes to face the ground, hug your right thigh an inch to the left, reach back through your right heel, and as you press into the bottom of your heart forward, longer, a full breath in, stay for the exhale, and now soften your left knee, right foot, lunge. Let your hands come to the earth in either pigeon or lizard lunge. For lizard, you heel toe your left foot to the left. For pigeon, you heel toe your left foot to the right as you lower your left knee and earth. With that forward, sometimes the left hip wants to be heavy. So when knees towards each other, you're wrapping your right hip forward, the left hip back. And as you keep that, maybe your right knee back into that steadiness. Each hug in, the ribs slide back. And every exhale, back knee walks back. Breathe. Stay for the exhale. Fingers under. Let the tongue from the upper palate as you listen. If you haven't already, lower your forearms down to the earth. Place your fingers. Try to take that awkward thumb on top, the one that feels not as familiar. Curl your right toes under. Lift your right knee and thigh up. Last round, slide your left leg back to meet your right forearm plank. As you feel your legs, hug them towards each other. And now, like you did in that first calf stretch, reach your heels towards the back of the room and slide the bottom of your heart forward to grow longer. Soften your eyes. Take a big breath in. Stay for the exhale. Take one more full breath in through the nose and a longer breath out through your nose or mouth. And now lower both knees to the ground. Walk your hands back under your shoulders and everyone to child's pose. Feet towards each other. Knees back towards your heels. And let your hands be to a block or the floor or to your stacked palms, but let the weight of your head be solid. Your belly be full and soft. Can you breathe into your belly and feel the lowest part of your back broaden and widen? Breathe from your belly up into your chest and let the whole back of your body expand with breath. After a few breaths here on the ground, press yourself back up through to tabletop. And now in a moment, you'll come to lie on your back. We'll take within a grabbable distance. We'll use those in the middle. And also have one of your blocks within actually both of your blocks within a reachable distance. We'll use both of those. Once you place your therapy balls and your blocks off to the side, come to lay onto your back with your head both So we all class towards creating space in the thighs, in the hips, and stability in the belly to find broad chest for 3. First one I'll talk you through this afternoon is coming into bridge Bandhasana. So you might find your block and place it in between your inner thighs. And what the block does is it acts as a reference point for your legs to really squeeze into so that you don't feel these back bends in your low back. Now take a breath to fill up your belly into your chest. And now feel your chest rise as you wiggle your shoulder blades towards one another on the back of your heart. Press your palms into the floor, squeeze that block. Through your feet, lift your butt up off of the ground. Snuggle the shoulder blades together on your upper back and gently press the back of your head down to lift and feel the space in the front of your throat. You might here pressing your palms down into the ground. You might grab the edges of your mat and tug your mat apart, the shoulder blades closer together. But call yourself to your breath. Press down and forward through your feet to lift your hips. Hug the shoulder blades to lift the back of your heart, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Now slowly release your hands. Lower your tush, slide the block out, and either knock your knees in together or just being mindful of any neighbors, or drop your knees from side to side, letting the weight of the legs soften to the earth. That's it. Round 2 out of 3. The next time, come back through center evenly. Options, your choice. Bridge pose once again. You might come into supported bridge with a block not only between your thighs, but also the other block underneath your butt. Or for Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow, we'll set up the same with that block between the thighs. I'll talk you through all of the options, but as you find your way back through center, bend your knees, bring your feet onto the floor, in between your thighs if you found it to be helpful. Squeeze the block, press your palms down, pull the shoulder blades towards one another. Now block, press through your feet to lift your hips high up. Snuggle the shoulders together to lift the back. Stay here. You might slide the other block under your butt. Or for Urdhva Dhanurasana, bring your palms by your ears, hands come as wide as your mat. Hug the block, press through your legs to start to come up to the head. Press through your thighs. Maybe straighten your arms to reach your heart forward. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. And then to come out, gently tuck the chin, lower your upper back and your hips down onto the earth. Clear the block. And either knock your knees into each other or gently windshield wiper your knees from side to side. After doing those back bends in bridge or supported bridge or upward facing bow, a very effective counter pose is to coming into twists to create more length in the muscles around the spine. So as you follow the next time the knees come through center, one last variation of your choice. Setu Bandhasana, Urdhva Dhanurasana, or bridge pose with support. But start with your feet on the ground. Find that block in your thighs. And as you press your palms in, snuggle the shoulder blades together. Block, press through your feet to lift your hips up. Shoulder blades together to lift the back of your heart. Stay here in your bridge, slide a block underneath you. Or for Urdhva Dhanurasana, palms come by your ears. On the legs, squeeze the block, press through your feet. Maybe come to the head. Arms straighten as you reach your heart forward. In and out through the nose or mouth. And up into the chest. For the exhale, as you offer the breath, when you find you tuck the chin, kiss back to the earth, clear that block from in between your thighs, and as you bend your knees, either reach your arms out to a T or let them rest on your belly. Drop both of your knees over to the right like windshield wipers on that car. Inhale to draw the knees back up through center. And open your mouth to let it out as the knees drop over to the left. Your own, let the belly full and soft. As the knees drop from side to side, feel the connection of your hips and your butt on the ground to know how you feel. Now the next, come back through the middle. Give your right leg a hug towards your chest or belly. Being mindful of neighbors or props behind you, start to slowly straighten. Outer right thigh. Move your leg up and over to the left, sliding as blocks underneath your right thigh, your shin, so the floor can rise to meet you where you are as you twist over to the left. Your right arm again, it might reach off to the side like a big T. You might let your right palm rest on your belly or on your wrist. But here, let your head and your gaze drop over to the left towards that right. And let the left corner of your eye, the left side of your cheek, left corner of your lips soften and widen into the earth. On your next inhale, let your head come back through center. Draw your right knee back through center as you tap your right foot to the earth. Slow motion, left leg a hug in towards your belly or chest. Watching for any prompts, neighbors, straight leg long. And as your right hand holds left thigh, move your left leg up and over. Right, Supta Padangustasana C, and twist. With any blocks underneath that left thigh, your left hand might reach off to the side, to your ribs or belly. The feet of your head as you let your head slowly drop over the right, letting the right corner, the right side of your lips, your right cheek widen and soften into the floor. Even gently opening and closing your mouth. Any sensation in the front of your right chest. On your next inhale, head center. Draw your left knee back. And as you give both of your legs a hug in belly or chest, you might stay in stillness. You might slowly make circles in one or the other direction or lean gently from side to side. Or perhaps you widen your knees and thighs and come towards happy baby as your hands perhaps catch your thighs or the pinky of your feet. But breath in through the nose and a long mouth. Now with care, release the hold of your legs down onto the earth. I'll talk you through some therapy balls in the upper back afternoon and some options if you'd like to set up early for rest. You're more than meet you there right around the corner. But if you're interested in the therapy balls, you can keep them in their tote or take them out. But start to lift and up off of the floor and from back the therapy balls in the upper back. And once you find a place you can breathe in, it's about some options. You might keep your head ground, or to alleviate any, bring your head up onto a block at its lowest height. But let your arms fall anywhere they fall, alongside of you or on your body, as you take a breath in through the nose and open your mouth at every drop of that breath out. Let's find 2 more places in the upper back with your knees bent. Press through your feet and roll your body a few inches towards your head until you feel the therapy balls come down your back to the shoulder blades, so slightly lower than where they are. This new place blocks with you as needed as you take a long breath in and open your mouth to let that breath out. For one last round with your knees, feet on the ground, press enough through your legs to roll your body another few inches north until the therapy balls, so still somewhere in the upper back, just slightly lower than before. A big breath in. And exhale out through parted lips to offer that breath out itself. You might stay right here, or you might reach your arms up towards the ceiling and give yourself a hug as if your hands could reach for the therapy balls behind your back. Perhaps you lean gently from side to side, stay still. If you are giving yourself a hug, you might elbow is on top to notice any difference. Comes, you can bend both or release your arm. Clear any blocks out from behind you. And a few ways to make the journey. Your hips towards your heels to feel the balls roll up your back. You might also roll over onto your favorite side to push them out of the way as you come back to lay onto the earth. But however they exit, see if they can fully exit for the remainder of your rest. For sometimes if they stay for Shavasana, they create more tension than softening. But as you begin to take all the time you need to drape down onto the earth, you might add layers or props. You might let your hair down or set your glasses safely off to the side. Perhaps you lay on your back or rolled over onto your side or even onto your in any way, shape, or form where you can be as comfortable as humanly possible. I'll talk you through just a few rounds of pranayama, of some breath work to prepare the body for rest and to draw your attention more inward. But for the seated or suspended breath, Viloma pranayama, start by taking a breath in through the nose to fill your belly and rest. And exhale through your nose or parted lips to offer all of that. Picture your next inhale in 3 distinct parts. First inhale, breathe deeply, retain. Your chest, slowly pause. Breathe into the top of your heart. To the throat, pause at the top, and through the nose to empty chest, lungs, and belly. I'll take that 2 more times. following the sound of your breath more than my voice. Inhale to fill your belly, retain. Fill your lungs, slowly hold. Fill up into your heart, pause at the top. And exhale through the nose, empty chest, lungs, and belly. One more time, slow inhale to fill your belly, retain. Fill your lungs, pause. Fill the front and back of your chest. And exhale through the nose to empty chest, lungs, and belly. And now, holds or pauses, take a breath to fill your belly, your chest, your throat up into the crown of your head. And exhale through the nose to empty every of that breath out. Let each round of your breath, let your body become heavier into the earth. And it's here, if even for a moment, the heavier your body becomes, the more expansive and the more spacious you may just start to feel. Begin to deepen your. Take a longer breath in, a deeper breath out. Take another breath in and down. Let it fill you up. And exhale to offer every ounce of that breath out. Let your breath begin to slowly awaken the body that you're in with any gentle. You might roll your wrists or your ankles in one or the other direction. Perhaps you tip your head from one side to the other, heavy against its support. Any props, you might reach your arms away from your legs or draw your knees in towards your chest. But when the time comes, you can bend your knees, reach one or both of your arms overhead as you roll over to any side of your choice to curl into yourself. And with the least amount of effort required, press into the floor and come up to rise to a tall seat facing the front of the room. We'll close the same way we began, with one more of those breaths. You can draw your hands to anywhere that feels for you. As you take a deep breath in, to offer all of it out. You might bow your head to your heart or lift your hands towards your head in such a simple but sincere gesture of self-reverence, bowing to your heart and to the hearts of who practiced right alongside next. And I bow to each and every one of you all. Thank you so much for choosing to be here. Thank you. Drink water, enjoy the holiday week if you have some time off. And I'll see you very soon. Holiday market, teaching Yoga Nidra this Sunday. John Vitarelli, who is one of my first teachers 10 years ago, is teaching a pop-up also on Sunday. Oh, that's this Sunday. And then December is chock full of things. The disco ball got set up for a reason because Abby and Mariel are doing a yoga and DJ class on December 20th, which sounds far, but it's closer than we think. So if you're interested, and then so many other things. Anyone else have announcements, things happening in your lives, unrelated to yoga, that other people should know about? Keishan's here, who owns More Vintage. Holiday season is coming.
I'm doing a workshop next Wednesday on engaging in board organizing as part of an effort to support the efforts to free Palestine.
At the Wooden Shoe. Wednesday. Is that the one on South Street?
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Organizing for Palestine.
Can you find that on, is there a place to find that on socials? Just in case, like, does Wooden Shoe have a calendar?
It's going to go on the Wooden Shoe Instagram today.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Yay.
that's what's coming today.
Thank you. Yes. Thanks.
But they're words that work. And you can also buy some.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, don't be sorry at all.